What's happening, you guys, and welcome back to yet another great video on our channel. Wanting to amass wealth and secure your future is probably on everyone's mind these days. I wouldn't call this materialism, but rather sensibility. The whole world indeed works on money, and the more you have it, the better off you'll be. Plus, when you earn, you're not just benefiting yourself, but all others around you, and you're especially looking out for your future. Even if you have low income, it's quite possible to build your wealth. That's why we'll be talking about wealth building and the 4 ways to build wealth on a low income. Before we get to anything, what exactly is wealth building?
And at 16, I wanted some stuff. I don't know if you can think about the kind of stuff you wanted when you were 16. But I wanted to make some money. I don't think we talk about making money enough, and there's no problem with saying that. And so when I turned 16, I decided to go down to the town centre where I was from, in southeast London, and get a job in a retail store.
Building wealth doesn't mean you aim to take over the world with your billionaire wealth. This aims towards a normal, safeguarded lifestyle that will keep you afloat even in an economic strain. Everything you collect over a long period through different sources will count as your wealth. More specifically, any earnings that qualify as assets or produce assets is your wealth. For this, you need the right economic plan that guarantees a stable economy even if your main source of income stops. Moreover, adopting these methods, which we will later discuss, will also help you in your retirement. Number 4, no free spending.
He went up in big fancy car, big watch, Rolls Royce, the whole 9 yards. And every day he was like this, holy shit, I gotta make money.
What if I told you that you could save hundreds or even thousands just by changing your mindset when it comes to spending?
In all honesty, most of us have this habit of free spending. The second we receive our salaries, we think about spending it on the things we don't even need. Make it a thumb rule to spend less than you need and follow it religiously. At first, it can be way too hard because who are we kidding? We've all been there and done that. Nevertheless, let's start again. Make a list of all the things you need and minus everything that you don't need. Spend less and save more. Saving is your biggest step towards gaining wealth. Until and unless you don't save, you won't be able to put your money into various streams, and then it'll just go away like it always does. I'm not strictly restraining you from the things that you want to buy. You obviously can, and then you can have enough money to put in the savings jar. But this is meant for you to recognize where you slip. Fine, you can buy just one thing each month that isn't necessary, but you'll see that it's easy to get distracted and put more items in your cart. So starting from today, you'll save all the money that you don't spend on worthless items. Believe me when I say, saving is the easiest way to grow your wealth. Number 3, investing.
Myself and my business partner, Jamie York, we used the small amount of money we had and we put it into high-risk sort of stocks and shares.
This is money you're willing to put in the market and leave it there for 5, 10, 20, 30 years. That's the kind of money you can do well with.
Investing is probably the widest method used for wealth building. At first, it sounds boring and complicated, but in reality, it's not that hard. Once you get the knack for it, it becomes an obsession. Don't get me wrong though, I'm not asking you to invest all of the money you save or just into anything. You should know what you're investing in. You should talk to people about it, get their opinions, and even ask the experts. Don't ignore the risks and the red flags. After all, it's your hard-earned money. Look out for sturdy niches to invest in like real estate, gold, technology, new business with potential, or cryptocurrency. Look out for things you like and the ones you see making money in the coming years. Another thing is that you don't have to wait to get rich to talk about investing. You can start with as little as $100. In this modern age, some apps and sites guide you very well. There are tons of resources that have a tremendous algorithm that tell you what is trendy these days, what has potential, and who invested in what to get your boat floating. Once you start putting your money to use, you will get it back in double. Have faith in yourself, and remember, you're not doing it for millions, but the amount that will provide you and your family with a comfortable life. Number 2, commit to self-growth.
Personal growth is essential because it's one of the most important keys to reaching your maximum potential and living the life you've always wanted.
In school, we learn, until college, we're part of the learning experience with an environment. And it doesn't end there. In fact, our whole lives are subjected to learning. Every day, we learn new things, theories, and skills that either benefit us or just occupy the empty space in our brain, gets rusted, and is forgotten about. Sure, whatever we learn in school does come in handy later in our lives, but is that really all there's to it? Is it enough for us to be extraordinary? Is that sufficient for our personal growth that happens every year? Of course not. First off, our adolescence is usually spent on having fun, and most people in their 20s go by this way too. But when you're 30, you really need to get going, or else you'll be stuck with no money when you retire. Self-growth isn't about money, yes, but self-growth is about learning new skills, implementing new methods, and having the ability to solve problems. You won't get paid for what you know, but rather for what you do. So, you should invest in yourself. Learn new skills, take up courses in your free time to polish your talents, to learn more about the world. Keep thriving and hustling. Try new things. If you don't like it, leave it, but still try. And lastly, never be afraid of failure. That's how you learn to walk. Number 1, clarity.
The 50-30-20 rule is, so pretend that we have a pie right here, and half of this pie, which is the 50%, actually stands for your needs. 30% are going to wants, and then 20% is going to savings or paying off debt.
Most people fail to achieve any notable success because they never had a plan to begin with, no steps to measure up to, nor even any goals to tick off. There are people in the world who earn 6 figures but still end up spending all of their money by the end of the month. Then, some have no clue about financial management and fall into a series of bad decisions. You need to be clear with what you want with your life. If you leave everything up to faith, nothing would be done. Don't wait for others to tell you what to do or take your hand and guide you. Find yourself, know what you want, and plan out your whole life accordingly. Draft a financial plan and use strategic moves to achieve your goals. Run your money like a business and be responsible about it. If you lose, you'll have consequences and you're the only one who has to face them. Just think about it and come up with a solid plan. Although this should be enough to get you working, in any case that it isn't, it's okay to seek professional help. I hope you live a happy, healthy, and wealthy life. Do give me your thoughts regarding all of this in the comments down below, and I'll be catching you guys later in another video. Bye now!